Yo, yo, yo. What up, everybody? It's the Hype Real Podcast, live in effect. We go live every Thursday, 10 p.m. Then we turn around and we go live every Sunday with the live reaction. That's where we at today, everybody. Time to get it popping. So today I just want to touch base about everything that's going on in the NFL football, fantasy football league, whatnot. And shout out to my main man, Lev Jency. Young man, lightweight fire. I want to talk about what's going on in fantasy football. It's week one, and a lot of ups, a lot of downs, a lot of things going on. How's your fantasy team looking? Y'all need some help? Holla at me. You know why? Because I'm the champ. Hold on, wait. Let me get my. Somebody told me I need to stop showing off my ring. I said never. You know what I mean? Let me put it on. Give, call me. I'm Thanos. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Thanos in this mother. You feel me? I'm a champ. So as the champ, I feel it's only right that I help the people out. A lot of y'all don't get down like I get down. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't know how to run this fantasy football stuff. So, or you think you do, but the champ gonna put you on. So week one, I'm gonna show y'all my squad, and we gonna see how they doing. Y'all got any questions? Y'all ask in the chat. Shout out to the chat. So let's dive right into it. I'm gonna share my screen with y'all, and we're gonna touch base on this fantasy football. We're gonna it's gonna be a long one because there's still more games to play. So it ain't over with. So if your team is down, don't give up yet. Keep fighting the good fight. Keep fighting the good fight because it's a lot more football to get to. All right. So me being a fantasy football guru, some say self-proclaimed, but just saying. Shout out my brother Big Man. He said he hates when I do that, so I do it more and more every single time. Me being a fantasy football guru that I am, three-time champion, back to back to back in every league I was in. I even picked up another league this year just to keep it interesting. I want to talk about this fantasy football team. So right now, this is my main league. I call it my big money league. I'm up 119 to 101. This is the family league. I'm up 110 to 85. This is my work league. I'm up 118 to 106. And this is the home league with all the homies. I'm up 130 to 79. So let's just start at the top. Let's start with big money. Big money league, public enemy number one. You see him up top. You see who that is. You see who that is. That's Thanos. Thanos. I got the power stones. These are the power stones. This is my infinity gauntlet. You feel me? So let's check out my team. I'm up right now, 125 to 109. Let's see the matchup. Okay, he got Jaden Daniels, Jameer Gibbs, Kenneth Walker, Brian Thomas Jr., Devontae Adams, Rushy Rice, Tyler Warren, Travis Hunter, Chris Olave, Texas, the Texas defense, and Chase McLaughlin at kicker. I got Daniel Carlson, the Colts, Ricky Parcells, Derrick Henry, Theo Johnson, Debo Samuels, Emeka Buka, Amara St. Brown, Kyron Williams, Amari Hampton, and Bo Nix. All right. So, first of all, Jermaine, great team. I don't know what the hell you're doing because this guy right here is suspended. So you need to step your game up because it's I ain't afraid to beat up on somebody with one hand tied behind their back. A dub is a dub. I'm trying to get to the championship. But that right there probably hindered your opportunity to beat me because all of your guys are over and done with. Let's see who's playing. Loss, loss, win, win. So all you guys, Devontae Adams in. He got 9.1 points. I still got Big Hen Dog. You know what I mean? King Henry, for those who don't watch enough football. He's still up there. He comes on tonight, 820, and I'm already up by 20, what, almost 20 points. It's over. I'm calling it. I'm calling my shot. All right. That's one league doing my thing. Oh, let me go back to that one real quick. I think, oops, I hit the button, moving too fast. I wanted to talk about the weak points on this roster. The weak points on this roster to me are tight end. I would definitely be looking for a tight end in the free agency. And if you want to hate on me and snipe my tight end, if you're watching this and you're in my league, go for it. I want all the smoke. Theo Johnson, he's a young man. He hurt himself at the end of the season. I don't know if it's just that he doesn't have the opportunities, but his it's crazy is 4.8 projected points. His boom was at 29% to get 10 points, and that's his boom. But that's honestly the boom for most tight ends who aren't the tight end one. Just being real. If you aren't the tight end one, then your boom is simply 10 points. So you see, I still got Henry to play, and I'm definitely going to be looking for a tight end in this next upcoming free agency period. All right, let's get on to the family league with my nephews and my brother. Shout out to my brother. You see the ring, brother, big man. You see the ring. All right, so in this league, I'm going against the Carmanders. That's the wifey. She is upset because she says I cheat. I said nope, I'm just good. She actually has a decent chance to catch up. She might even win this one, but right now I'm up. She still has TJ Hawkinson, Zay Flowers, and the Viking defense. So the Viking defense is plus 10 off top. They give you 10 points. All I got is James Cook, and he plays the night. So she got two going on Monday. That's a little tip and trick for you guys. Always, if you can afford it, try to have somebody playing on that next to last night. So if you got somebody who's of priority that can get you fantasy points, play them on Monday over somebody who plays on Sunday at 1 o'clock. Because the off chance that you're down, you still got that glimmer of hope. Even if it's down by a lot, you never know what's going to happen. This dude might go out there and score 4 touchdowns. In this league, this is only a 7-man league. So everybody's team is stacked. Like, I'm going to show you my bench. My bench is stacked. I had to look. I should have started Christian McCaffrey. He did his thing. But everybody's stacked. Every team is stacked. So this is just a real good league. I'm still trying to win. Don't get it twisted. So I think I don't really have too many weaknesses in this league. The only weakness is who do you start? Because there's so many good people to watch and play. And even if we go back and we check out the free agency in this league, it's just so many players that can be added. Like, this is the bench. Like, let's look at what quarterbacks are available. You got Brock Purdy, Justin Herbert, Dak, Caleb, Drake. The list of Justin Fields went off today. It's a lot of different things, a lot of different ways you can go. You're a little thin and wide receiver, but you can go either way. And even at running back, there's a couple running backs that can be picked up. So just make sure you're doing your homework in these fantasy football leagues. Don't be stagnant. Be water. Always be willing to switch up your squad. Okay. Public Enemy number 1. It's my work league. I used to go by Public Enemy number 1. I got 2 names that I go with. This Belted Ass. That was one I was just joking around with. It's more my fun league. But I either go by Public Enemy number 1 or All Problems, No Peace. That's just where I get down because I'm about that life, especially in fantasy football. So, okay, so let's get to the work league. This is a new one. It just started this year. My main man, Ryan, he hooked this one up. And I am going against the Wild Water Boys. All right. Bobby Boucher. Shout out Bobby Boucher. So he got Jalen Hurts, Christian McCaffrey, Josh Jacobs, Terry McLaurin, DK Metcalf, Mark Andrews, Zay Flowers, the Broncos defense, and Chris Boswell. I have Drake May, Ashton Genty, Chuba Hubbard, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Emeka Ibuka, Tyler Warren, Travion Henderson, the Vikings defense, and Cam Little is my kicker. Okay, so he still has a decent shot at this one. He still got 2 people to play. He's actually projected to win. He's got Mark Andrews and Zay Flowers. They play tonight. Then I have the Vikings defense that play tomorrow about 8:15. So that can go either way. I say my weak spot on this team is the bench. And not even really so. It's just, who do I have to plug in? I should have put in Cortland Sutton, but you don't expect Amon-Ra St. Brown to only get you 8 fantasy points. Everybody else did what they had to do. They definitely did what they had to do. He had a couple of guys that went off. Christian McCaffrey, he went off. Jalen Hurts, he went off. I actually have him in one of my other leagues. Josh Jacobs, he went off for 14, and everybody else is kind of standard. The Broncos defense is still playing. I need Tennessee to score against them. Chris Boswell had 15 points. That's crazy, but my kicker matched him. So let's see what my defense does. Hopefully they can hold down the fort and we can get a dub there, and that way we can go undefeated throughout. That's always the goal. Okay, let's get down to my. Oh, this was the one I went to. Oh yeah, all problems, no peace. This is my home league. This is what a lot of people I grew up with, but they're very competitive, very competitive. Right now, I'm going against Team Green. Oh yeah, that's my bro. That's my best one of my best friends, if not my top best friend. Uh, but he's very competitive. But I'm giving him all his work. You know what I mean? He's down big. Let's see who he got playing. Jaden Daniels, Derrick Henry, James Conner, AJ Brown, Jalen Waddle, George Pickens, Hunter Henry, Ricky Parcells, and the Chiefs. I actually tried to go get Ricky Purcell from him, but he wasn't having it. And I ain't mad at him. I look at my team, everybody is played, and that's kind of scary. He still has one guy left to play, and it's a guy that I have on my fantasy football team in another league. So I would want him to go off. But this lead is very high. Let's see who's playing right now. Nobody. So all he got is Derrick Henry tonight. He's down, a good 50 points. So Derrick Henry could go off for 40 something, 50 something points for real. Don't think, like I say, this is one of those situations when I say you're down but not out. And it's only week one, so everybody's still figuring it out. And it doesn't always work like it's supposed to. Oh, my bad, scratching my face. Just trying to hold up this ring. But yeah, fantasy football is wild. He could go off for 60 points. He can get 4 touchdowns, 200 yards. You never know. Ron G, what up? So I definitely want to focus on the fantasy football side of things. And I want to put y'all on a little bit of game of who to look for maybe in some of your free agency markets. Let's just go waiver wire picks and just look and see what's popping on just, the players in just this league. It's one of my main leagues. So in this league, you know, you got a couple guys that are available. Let's check out quarterback. So if you're having trouble with quarterback and your quarterback stunk it up, don't go overboard. Don't flip out and just trash your whole team just because you simply feel like, you lost a little bit and it's not going to come back. Just stick with it. Stay after it, make trades, check that waiver wire. If you don't have one of the top guys in quarterback, you might want to go ahead and see if you can stream week to week. You don't have to stay with whatever quarterback you got. My quarterback, let's see, who do I have in this league? I got Michael Penix Jr. I drafted him. He did well today, 24. But if he starts to slide down, I'm not afraid to pivot. You can't be afraid to pivot, especially if you got quality talent out there. Matthew Stafford, he had a bad game. Tua Tagovailoa, he had a bad game. Cam Ward's a rookie. He's just going to get better. But then you got guys out here. Look, you got Geno Smith, Aaron Rodgers, and it's just the opportunity is endless. But you got to work that waiver wire. And I'm just putting you all on the game. Now, if y'all want to take this free game, I don't mind winning and defending my championship. It is what it is. But make sure y'all getting these waiver wires. Y'all really got to see who's up and coming. It's more so what do you need for your team? Let's look at a team in a different league because I don't want to help out too many people that actually, might be trying to get information from me. I'm lying. I'll help you out. Let's see. Let's go to my big money league. It's my big money league. Let's check out another team besides my great team. Okay, let's go opposing teams. Let's check out my main man, my nemesis, Dragonfly Jones. Now, this guy right here is very good at fantasy football. I'll give him that. He's very, astute in his studies. He always figures out what's what, and he's not afraid to make moves. So I could see him making moves even with the team he has. You guys might look at his team and say, "Oh, his team's stacked," but you always have to try to get better. How do you get better? What's going to make you better? What's the weak link in my team? And the thing is, sometimes not even the starters. Sometimes it's your bench. Who's the weak link on my bench? Who's the strength on my bench? Who's going to help me get to that next level where I might be able to trade one of these guys, to put one of these guys in who are up and coming? Shout out Dragonfly. Shout out my main man Strong. He's the commissioner of this league. He does a very good job. I'm just using his team as one of the stronger teams. Now, one of the teams that are struggling a little bit, not trying to pick on anybody, but Hulk Smash, my main man Ryan, I think you overall have a very solid team. But my only worry about your very solid team is it's very one dimensional. Now, let's check it out. You got Justin Fields, who went crazy today. Great. Tony Pollard, he's going to be the bell cow. He's still playing, actually, so you never know. He's got 7.9 points. My only worry is not that he has Jamar Chase. It's that he has T. Higgins to go along with it. I'm going to give you some free game. Trade one of them. Trade one of them. You'll get more for Jamar Chase, but you'll get something for T. Higgins. You don't need both of the Bengals receivers. And this is not just for him. This is for anybody. If you really feel like this could be beneficial, go for it. But I don't see this really lasting all season because either one's going to go off or the other one's going to go off. It might be 1 or 2 games where they both have outstanding games and they have value. Again, I speak just transparently. Look, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and Mike Gesicki is asking too much from one offense in fantasy football. So you got some value here, and you really could trade one of them and add value to your team. But that's on you. I'm just trying to put it out there. If you have a team that's stacked up like this, and you have multiple players on the same offense, and it's not a high-powered offense, maybe trade one and build around your team. But it's a chance this offense could go absolutely nuclear, and then it works out. Don't get me wrong. But then he does it again with Jared Jeudy and Cedric Tillman. Okay, they both 11.6 and 16.2. Great games. Great first game. But that doesn't necessarily mean that's going to be the average. That's not always going to be the norm. Not every time. Because there's only one football. And unless they're going against a terrible team or a terrible defense, which they did in this case, i.e. the Bengals defense being horrible. And, shout out Cleveland. We played a good game, but the kicker. It's always the kicker. But that's a whole nother tangent and rabbit hole I'm going to go down. But back to my point. Unless you're going quarterback, receiver, quarterback, running back, or even running back, receiver, because those are, same team, totally different positions, so they add different values. You don't want too many of the same people from the same team on your fantasy football team. That's just my rule of thumb. It never works out. So, okay, and just think of it like this. If it works out because they're able to go crazy as far as their their stats and whatnot, great, and it's riding for you. But my whole thing is, what happens to this guy when your stars who are carrying you go on by? Oh, snap, you losing 1, 2, 3 people because they're all on the same team for a bye week. That could cripple you. What if that bye week, because you still got to play. Just because they're on a bye week don't mean your team's on a bye week. Yeah, think about stuff like that. And you can get value for him now. You wait too much later and he doesn't do anything, that means you're going to get less for him. So you just got to be aware of these things. These are little things that I'm talking about. I'm not trying to knock anybody's team. I'm just putting it out there as a good food for thought. And the same thing with the Browns. You have 2 Browns players. Browns go on bye week. Now you got 2 holes to fill instead of 1. So spread the wealth. There's a lot of talent out there. People are willing to trade. I might be coming to trade for one of these guys. Ryan, Hulk Smash 2 say, if you're listening, I might have to come holler at you about Tillman. Touch base with me. Y'all trying to steal my player? I ain't mad at you, but you got to beat my proposal because I'm nice with it. Let's check out one more team before we get out of here and touch base and see what's going on. Okay, let's go with the random team in this league. This is a pretty good league. Okay, let's go with my main man Mike, HNIC, your boy 100K. Okay, now on paper, Kyler Murray, Jonathan Taylor, Aaron Jones, Marvin Harrison Jr., Xavier Worthy, Jalen Waddle, George Kittle, Christian McCaffrey, Khalil Shakur, Packers defense, Joshua Carter. Okay, solid starting lineup. Now he's got some things going on in his lineup that you got to be aware of, and this is me just speaking general, not speaking on just his team. If you have injuries in your lineup right now, you should be looking into possibly trading, or you should be looking into who's going to replace them on the free agency because Xavier Worthy has some type of shoulder injury. Let's see what it says. Let's see what it comes up when he says. Let's see. Xavier Worthy suffered a dislocated shoulder. Okay. But the Chiefs haven't yet determined how much time the receiver will miss. So that right there lets you know it's up in the air. Dislocated shoulder. He's a smaller guy, slighter in status as far as his frame. They're not going to rush him back out there, even though they really need him. So if he sits down for 2 or 3 weeks, that's your starter. Then we go to your bench. Who's going to put up his numbers, or who we're supposed to put up his numbers? That's what I mean. Just this general food for thought. Always think ahead. Think ahead. And some people say, "Oh, you're sharing all this information. It's going to come back and bite you in the ass." I bet you it won't, because I'm nice. But if it does, then that means y'all listening to somebody who's great, like me. Check out the ring. Okay, back to business. George Kittle, he had a great start. He's projected to get 13.6. He got 12.5. He probably would have got more, but he hurt his hamstring. Hamstrings are tricky, bros and broettes, because I know some women out here playing fantasy football. You got to be aware that a hamstring flare up or injury can be lingering for the rest of the season. They're football players, they're active, they're athletes, they're running full speed to get away from things. So all it takes is one tweak. Hamstring is the biggest muscle group in the body, and it's the most fragile, it seems. He's a little bit older. Tight end is I say it's a premier position because there's not a lot of tight ends out here, especially like George Kittle. The man's a monster. So you definitely want to make sure that you're keeping eyes on these things and see what happens. Let's see what his report says. It says Kittle won't return Sunday due to a hamstring injury. See, that's very vague. You don't know what the hell's going to happen. He might, now he's up for 4 weeks. Just be prepared to plan ahead, stay fluent, and don't be afraid to move off of somebody. If you got to trade somebody like a Marvin Harrison Jr. to get you a piece or two to keep you afloat towards your aspirations of being a champ, you better tap in, because if not, farewell. And hey, you want to make it easier on me, go ahead. I'll take the dub. That's my dog, if y'all heard that. Christian McCaffrey, he played well. I don't trust him. It's not that I don't trust him. I don't know if I trust his body. He is, I guess, considered an older running back now, and he came off of a season-ending injury. And that's my alert from all this winning I'm doing. I think it's probably another touchdown. I'm just kidding, but I'm not. And you just got to be aware. I actually made a trade with this team, and we pretty much traded backup for backup. I traded him Brian Robinson Jr., who's backing up Christian McCaffrey, and he traded me Justice Hill, who's backing up Derrick Henry. So trades like that are easier to do, but when you're trying to really fill holes in your team, like getting a 0 from one of your starters just because they got injured and you don't know how long they're going to be out is absolutely insane. It's the worst thing can ever happen because you can't control that. All you can do is try to bounce back. So all in all, at the end, and what I'm saying is just stay fluent, stay on top of these things, because if you don't, you're gonna lose. And if you want to lose, by all means, go ahead. I don't mind winning. But you definitely want to make sure that you're tapping into your co-owners. You want to make sure that you're tapping into uh, that waiver wire and get those premium positions popping. So, as you know, it's the Hype Real Podcast. We live every Sunday. We missed a Sunday because I was turned up. We had a party going on, and I couldn't pull up on y'all. So make sure y'all do your homework. Y'all see the to-do list down there. You gotta like, subscribe, and I hope y'all enjoy it because that's part of the party. Every Sunday, every Thursday, 10 p.m. If y'all got some things y'all want me to talk about, tap in with me. All platforms is the Hype Real: Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitch. It's the Hype Real Podcast. So make sure y'all tap in, subscribe, like, comment, and just pull up whenever you get a chance. I'm gonna have a lot of fantasy stuff going on. I might even add a show a week just so that way I can give tips and tricks on different things because a lot of people don't know certain stuff. I like competitive leagues. I like a challenge. I don't want to just run through it. I mean, hey, if y'all want to not challenge me, I'll take it. Let me fix my ring. I'll take it. Been there, done that, But y'all want to y'all want to try to go hard and really come after the king. Y'all shooting for the crown. Y'all best not miss. I'm gonna leave y'all with that. So make sure y'all tap in. It's the Hyper Real Podcast. I appreciate y'all. How I appreciate y'all. Y'all be cool. How y'all be cool. And I'll holler at y'all next time. All right. Let's get some music on here. Shout out to my main man, Left Gency. He be doing this thing. Let's make it pop.
She wanna get high by this girl. Baby, I'm fucking with your vibes. I don't wanna pipe, baby. I just want your mind. And you smell so nice, baby. Please don't cross no lines. I just need your time. I just need a try, love. Sorry, baby, I don't trust. Automatic when it busts. I won't have it cinema. Steady trapping, get no fucks. Pistol packer, don't need a tug. How you like it and get no bucks? I be capping, I need my drugs. She said, boy, you really bossed up. Looking at your eyes, baby, looking like some stardust. Fucking with your vibes, baby, but I'm so fucked up. Hope you do not mind, baby, cause I'm really drugged up. I'm gon' shine, I'm gon' grind for that fucking lamb truck. Put my mama in a mansion, yeah. Get my bands up, I'll hold my mans up. We gon' come up chasing to that pay, yeah, we ran up.
She asked me what would I do if I lost it. I don't know, I would just be shit. Shorty bet she know that shit 10 out of 10. And that shit everything but decent. My money even filling my pockets up. It won't even feel like I crease it. I could tell she got halfway sitting up. I'm trying to come get underneath it. I know I could do better, but I gotta chase this chat. If you give me a hand and I be an umbrella, I'm trying to protect you from the weather. That's when it's dark and the days ain't blue. I'ma be that for you. And if you tell me that you screw, that's cool. I'ma let you do yours. Circles and circles, you got me running in. I don't even wanna fake it, just pretend. I'm getting dizzy from all these fucking spins. But you know what these niggas ride the trend. Reason I want you because you're not a fan. Do it and do that shit again. We can't keep doing the same. I don't wanna cause no problem. I know that I can't say. I could go anywhere, knowing you my safe place. I tell you that I love you, you throw it in my face. You said we can't be nothing, and should go separate ways.